Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, councillors. Moving on now to start our special budget meeting for the 17th of June 2026. Moving on to item number 1, which is recording those who are present. Marnie, you're right with records, very good. Recording any apologies. Nil apologies. Moving on to item number 3, acknowledgement of country. I wish to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we work and live and recognise their continuing connection to land, water and community. We pay our respects to elders past and present. Item number 4 is purpose of this meeting. In accordance with sections 169, 170 and 174 of the Local Government Regulation 2012, to adopt 1, the annual budget for the 2026-27 financial year, and 2, the 2026-27 operational plan. Moving on now to conflicts of interest. Nil conflicts of interest. Thank you. Moving on to our items, budget resolutions, section 6, and the first is 6.1, Mayor's Budget Overview 2026-27. I'd like to move the Central Highlands Regional Council receives the Mayor's 2026-27 Budget Overview report. Can I have a seconder, please? Councillor Donaldson, thank you. This budget details how Central Highlands Regional Council plans to play our part in improving livability across our vibrant and diverse region over the next financial year. As the third budget of this current council term, I am pleased to be here alongside my fellow councillors to adopt the Central Highlands Regional Council's 2026-2027 budget and operational plan. Over the last 2 years, Council has completed a rates review, is reviewing water and wastewater utilities, put a focus on efficiencies to get the basics right, and paying down debt. In setting this budget, Council has considered the broader financial impacts on the cost of living and the costs to deliver Council operations. Costs have risen and continue to rise for both our community and Council. Council knows many in our region are doing it tough, and we take seriously our responsibility to get the balance right for delivering all services needed to keep our region moving forward. This year's $239 million expenditure budget represents the total cost of Council's operating activities and commercial works in 2026-27. Operationally, over $5 million will be spent on delivering strategies and plans to progress a clear path forward for improved communications, customer experience, libraries, cemeteries, and the visual amenity of our towns. While striking a balance between meeting community expectations, planning for the future, and being financially responsible, this year's budget has equally considered our towns and rural communities so that we can keep delivering for today and preparing for tomorrow. Overall, the 2026-27 budget reflects a considered financial approach to progressing livability across the Central Highlands now and into the future. In setting this year's rates, utility charges and fees, Council has carefully considered keeping increases as low as possible while continuing to deliver essential services and protecting Council's long-term financial position. General rates will increase on average by 3.7%, which translates to an increase in total general rates revenue of 3.62%. This represents a modest increase in general rates that are lower than last year's 3.7% and below current CPI inflation forecasts. Last financial year, we listened to the community and reviewed our general rating system. This resulted in a rate in the dollar that better reflects land values and the general rates being paid. Most ratepayers have now transitioned off capping, and by the end of 2026-27, just over 300 are expected to remain capped, which is down from 8,900 at the end of 2026-25 financial year. As part of the rating review transition, some categories have had minimal general rate increases above the overall rate rise, while some ratepayers will see a decrease in their general rates this year. The majority of ratepayers will see only moderate changes. However, those affected by large property revaluations or previous land use classification changes will have their increases eased through a cap of 24.44%. As rate reforms are complex, Council will continue the transition of the rating review changes into 2026-27. Overall, utility charges have been maintained in line with the full cost pricing paths developed by Council and in line with the National Competition Policy. In setting these charges, Council must comply with relevant legislation and regulatory requirements, while balancing affordability and recognising that these services operate on a user pays basis and should not be subsidised by general rates. As a result, sewerage and waste charges will increase at the same rate as last year, being 6% and 5.5% respectively. Water charges will increase by 8.5% in 2026-27, which is lower than the 10% increase applied last year. Council commenced a review of its utility charges in 2025-26 to ensure the charges for these services reflect the true cost of delivering high quality services to the community, both now and into the future. We will continue this review during 2026-27, but an important outcome for ratepayers to date is a reduction in utility charges for vacant land. Water infrastructure charges for vacant land have been reduced to 50% of the full connected land charge in 2026-27, having previously been set at the same level as connected land. Sewage charges for vacant land has also been reduced. Previously, these charges were set at the same level as the first pedestal change for residential and non-residential properties. In 2026-27, the vacant land charge will be reduced by 42% to align with the lower charge applied to additional non-residential connections. For fees and charges such as licences, permits and use of council services, there is an average increase of 3.7%, also below CPI inflation forecasts. Council has kept this increase as modest as possible, while still recovering the cost of providing these services rather than relying on general rates to subsidise them. In this budget, Council will continue to deliver a robust capital program of $73 million, which includes $20 million in funding from our state and federal partners to benefit this region. This year's capital program includes upgrades to roads, water and sewage systems and improvements to community facilities and other infrastructure throughout the region. Council has budgeted an operating surplus of $7.2 million for 2026-27. This surplus will support the planned debt repayment of $4.7 million, which is also providing capability to respond to unexpected financial opportunities and maintaining a prudent approach to managing the rising cost of service delivery in the current economic environment. Council remains focused on improving long-term financial sustainability and strengthening its capability to manage future risks and uncertainty without reducing service levels. To support this, Council's strategy consists of clear benchmarks tailored to its specific risks and operating environment. These benchmarks are in addition to the financial sustainability targets set by the Department of Local Government and focus on three core areas: operating capacity, financial flexibility, and sound asset management practices. In 2026-27, budget is continuing to progress these benchmarks. Over the past 2 years, Council has repaid more than $50 million in legacy debt to significantly strengthen its balance sheet and reduce ongoing financial commitments. This disciplined approach will continue in 2026-27, with total debt reducing below $15 million by the end of the year and leaving only 2 low-interest loan accounts on the balance sheet. This achievement is not just about reducing debt. It's about increasing Council's financial flexibility. By lowering interest costs and freeing up cash flow, Council is better positioned to respond to unexpected events and invest in the services and infrastructure our region needs. In 2026-27, Council will continue to partner with state and federal governments to listen, engage and work with our communities and businesses, to advocate for more regional investment and to improve the livability and prosperity of the Central Highlands. I would like to thank my fellow councillors, Acting CEO Graham Kanofsky and all Council staff for making this budget possible and for preparing the operational plan. As Mayor, I am pleased with the considered and progressive approach Council has taken in shaping the 2026-2027 budget, which I commend to you all. Thank you. Councillors, any questions or comments? All those in favour? Report received. Thank you. Moving on now to item 6.2, Revenue Policy 2026-27. Can I have a mover, please, and a seconder? Mover, Councillor Burns. Seconder, Councillor Whiteman. Handing over now to Acting CEO Graham Kanofsky to introduce this item.
The Revenue Policy outlines Council's strategic position in relation to revenue to revenue raising measures that support the development of the 26-27 annual budget. It is prepared in accordance with Section 104(5)(c) of the Local Government Act and Part 4, Section 193 of the Local Government Regulation. The complete revenue report policy is attached.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Moving on to item 6.3, Revenue Statement 2026-27. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Whiteman, seconder. Councillor Newman, handing over again to Graham to lead us through this item.
In accordance with sections 1692B and 172 of the Local Government Regulation 2012, Council's budget must include a revenue statement which outlines and explains the revenue measures adopted for the financial year, including the making and levying of rates and charges, cost recovery fees, and other fees and charges. That document is attached to the agenda.
Thank you. Any comments or questions, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Item 6.4, differential general rates. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Wilkins, seconder. Councillor Newman. Handing back over to you, Graham.
Pursuant to section 81 of the Local Government Regulation 2012, the council adopts into its rateable land its rateable land is categorised, and the descriptions of those categories as set out in section 5.2 of the revenue statement, which we have just adopted. So those differential rating categories are outlined in the draft resolution.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you very much. Item 6.5, limitation of increase in rates and charges. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Hindmarsh, seconder. Councillor Donaldson. Thank you. Handing over to you again, Graham. Thank you.
The purpose of this report is for the council to resolve to limit the increase in general rates for 26-27 for each differential general rate category, subject to certain conditions which are outlined in the revenue statement just adopted. So this is about the rate cap.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? Councillor Wilkins.
Sorry, just to, sorry if I may ask through the chair, Helen, can you just explain, like, because the cap is 20%, just for the community, can you explain the difference, please?
Just through the chair. So the cap is a combination of the 3.7% average increase plus the limitation, I guess, of 20% or the cap. So we combine that. So what that effectively means that there will be no ratepayer that will experience an increase above the 24.44%. So mathematically, it actually calculates to 24.44%, the 3.7 plus the 20%. Yeah.
I need to go back and math. I understand it. You know, we've had these discussions behind the scenes, of course. And then by, from the mayor's statement at the start, reducing the number of people under capping is also beneficial because...
That's correct. So, it's important that you have a cap high enough to bring people off capping. So that's what we're transitioning through. And as the Mayor said in her address, that 2 years ago we had almost 9,000 ratepayers subject to capping, whereas by the end of next financial year, 30th of June 27, we'll only have about 300.
And then that just means that just about everyone is going onto the rate in the dollar, which is a lot more equitable for the ratepayers.
That's correct. And most people will be able to look at their rate notice and multiply the valuation by the rate in the dollar.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Any other comments or questions? Thank you, councillors. All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Item 6.6, special rates charges. There are 5 separate resolutions for this item. The first resolution is for Grass Tree Road Maintenance special rates. So can I have a mover, please? Councillor Donaldson, seconder Councillor Cruz. Hand over to you, Graham.
Yes, pursuant to section 94(4) of the Local Government Regulation, Council can resolve to adopt an overall plan for a special rate area, and then it also has to be consistent with the provisions of the revenue statement. So this is one of 5, and this one specifically relates to Grass Tree Road Maintenance Special Rate.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Lilyvale Road Maintenance Special Rate. Can I have a mover? Councillor Cruz, seconder Councillor Newman. And this is the same as the previous resolution, so we can move on to see if there's any questions or comments, councillors. All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Item number 3 there with our special rates is Yan Yan Road Maintenance Special Rate. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Cruz. Second, Councillor Burns. Again, this is the same as the previous 2 resolutions. So if there are any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Next is Ancroy Road Maintenance Special Rate. Can I have a mover and a seconder? Councillor Wilkins and Councillor Mover and Councillor Newman seconder. As with the previous 3 resolutions, the same applies to this special rate. So we can, if there's any questions or comments. All those in favour? Resolution carried. Oakey Creek Mine, in brackets, Town of Thierry, special rate. Can I have a mover? Councillor Cruz. Seconder? Councillor Hindmarsh. This also is the same as the previous 4 resolutions, so if there's any comments or questions, councillors. All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Moving on to water utility charges, item 6.7. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Newman, seconder. Councillor Hindmarsh, thank you. Just handing back over to you, Graham.
Pursuant to Section 92 and 94 of the Local Government Act and Sections 99 and 101 of the Local Government Regulation, Council can levy water utility charges which are consistent with the 2026-27 revenue statement, and they are outlined in the resolution.
Thank you. Any questions or comments, councillors? Thank you. All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Item 6.8, sewerage utility charges. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Donaldson. Seconder, Councillor Burns. Again, handing over to you, Graham.
Pursuant to Section 94 of the Local Government Act and Section 99 of the Local Government Regulation, Council can make and levy sewerage utility charges consistent with the 26-27 revenue statement, and they are outlined in the draft document.
Thank you. Any questions or comments, councillors? Resolution, all those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Item 6.9, waste utility charges. Can I have a mover? Councillor Hindmarsh, seconder. Councillor Whiteman. Thank you. Back over to you, Graham. Thank you.
In accordance with the Local Government Act and Local Government Regulations that are outlined previously, Council can make and levy waste utility charges consistent with the 26-27 revenue statement, and they are listed.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Moving on to item 6.10. Didn't skip one, did I?
No, 610. Correct.
Issue of rates and charges notices. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Hindmarsh, seconder, Councillor Wilkins. Back over to you, Graham. Thank you.
Yes, for the purposes of this report, Council can adopt the anticipated dates of issue and the periods covered by the half-yearly rates and water notices, as again set out in the revenue statement.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. 6.11, payment of rates or charges. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Burns, seconder. Councillor Wilkins. Thank you. Over to you again, Graham.
The purpose of this draft resolution is to adopt the due date for the payment of rates and charges as set out in the revenue statement.
Thanking you. Any comments or questions, councillors? All in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Item 6.12, discount. Mover, Councillor Whiteman. Seconder, Councillor Donaldson. Handing over to you again, Graham. Thank you.
Yeah, the purpose of this resolution is to adopt the discount percentage rate for council in the 26-27 year, again consistent with the revenue statement.
Thank you. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Item 6.13, interest. Can I have a mover? Councillor Wilkins, seconded Councillor Donaldson. Thank you. And handing over to you again, Graham. Thank you.
Yes, under this draft resolution, council can adopt the rate of interest consistent with the revenue statement again, and that will apply to all overdue rates and charges in the 26-27 financial year. That percent is 11%.
Thank you very much. Any comments or questions, councillors? Councillor Wilkins.
Thank you. Just want to, again, just highlight that the 11% is the same as last year, and I think the last couple of years, I think. Is that correct, Helen? I'm not sure. And which is also less than the Reserve Bank of Australia's published rate, which is 12.19%. So just, and this is the interest on arrears in the payment of the rates. Yeah.
Through the Chair, the 12.19% is the maximum allowable rate prescribed, set by the Department of Local Government. So the formula is the Reserve Bank of Australia bank bill yield rate, plus whatever it is at March in this year, plus a margin of 8%. So that gives us the maximum allowable rate. But you're correct, so we've actually been under the prescribed rate for a number of years now. Yep.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. 6.14, rating rebates and concessions. A mover, Councillor Cruz, seconder, Councillor Whiteman. Over to you, Graham.
In accordance with Section 6 of the adopted revenue statement, council can provide to grant concessions, and there are a number of concessions listed in the recommendation.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. (6.15) Debt policy. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Newman, seconder Councillor Wilkins. Handing back over to you, Graham.
Section 192 of the Local Government Regulation requires council each year to adopt a debt policy.
Thank you very much. Councillors, any comments or questions? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. (6.16) investment policy. Mover, Councillor Cruz, seconder, Councillor Donaldson. Handing back over to you, Graham. Thank you.
Section 191 of the Local Government Regulation requires that council adopt an investment policy each financial year.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. 6.17, application of competition policy. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Newman, seconder. Councillor Whiteman. Back to you, Graham. Thank you.
Yes, in accordance with the national competition policy requirements, council needs to adopt the application of competition policy for the 26-27 financial year.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Motion carried. Oh, resolution carried. Thank you. 6.18, hardship policy. Can I have a mover, please? I'm happy to move this one. We're asking everybody to do it. Seconder, Councillor Burns. Thank you, Graham.
Yeah, council, this is a council policy which it chooses to adopt each financial year in relation to people facing hardship.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? Councillor Wilkins.
Thank you. Just, I know the key amendments are written there, but I'd just like to highlight that there is an extension of the duration of payment arrangements from 1 to 3 years. Is that correct? So I think this is quite a compassionate policy. I think it's great. Thank you for making those changes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you very much. 6.19, concealed water leaks policy. Can I have a mover? Councillor Newman, seconder. Councillor Wilkins. Over to you, Graham. Thank you.
This is a policy that most councils adopt because of probably increasing amounts of concealed water leaks, and it is good financial practice to have a policy on how you will deal with those matters.
Thank you very much. Any questions or comments, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. (6.20) Adoption of the 2026-27 fees and charges excludes fees applicable to the airport and sale yards business activities. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Whiteman, seconder Councillor Hindmarsh. Thank you, Graham.
Pursuant to sections 97 and 2623 of the Local Government Act, council needs to adopt a fees and charges register for the 26-27 financial year.
Thank you very much. All included there in the documentation. Councillors, are there any comments or questions? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you very much. Moving to item 6.21, Statement of Estimated Financial Position 2025-26. Can I have a mover, please? Councillor Whiteman, I'm happy to second that one. Over to you, Graham. Thank you.
Pursuant to section 205 of the Local Government Regulation, council is required to adopt a statement of estimated financial position for the 25-26 year. It's about the statement of comprehensive income, statement of financial position, and statement of cash flows, and overall overview of revenue and expenditure.
Thank you very much. Councillors, any comments or questions? Councillor Wilkins.
So just looking on page 365 with the key financial components, I just think it's nice to see the operating surplus is 9 million, and that's also after paying off 26 million of the debt, and leaving us with 19.5 million in borrowings or debt remaining to pay. I was going to say, oh God, 3-second memory strikes again. No, anyway, to me, that's a really makes our financial position really nice and strong. So thank you for doing all the hard work to get that down. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillors, any other questions or comments? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you. Moving to 6.22, adoption of the 2026-27 budget. Mover, Councillor Donaldson. Seconder, Councillor Newman. Handing back over to you, Graham. Thank you.
Yes, pursuant to sections 34, 169, 170 and 171 of the local government regulation, council is required to adopt a budget, and these are the comprehensive set of financial statements that support that budget.
Thank you very much. Councillors, any comments or questions? After all the hard work and getting this far, it's a big thank you to everybody for the team effort, staff and councillors. All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you very much. Moving now to section 7, decision action reports for 7.1.1, operational plan 2026-27. Can I have a mover, please? I'm happy to move that. Can I have a seconder, Councillor Whiteman? Thank you. Over to you again, Graham. Thank you.
The corporate plan 22 to 27 outlines the key strategies and themes and enabling strategies over a 5-year period to advance the local government, and council is required each year to adopt an operational plan consistent with the corporate plan that has been adopted.
Good. Thank you very much, Graham. Councillors, any comments or questions? Councillor Donaldson.
There's a lot of good things in this operational plan, but I'm most excited about the road improvement program, which is a new program for this year. And it's been there a while, and the biosecurity weed program. Being a man comes from the bush, I'm very passionate about controlling of pests and driving on nice roads. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other project councillors that you're excited about as well? I think there's quite a few in there. I know I'm excited about the developing livability planning project multi-year and the major entertainment venues project continuing. And of course the community amenity plan update, as well as the communications strategy as well. Okay, Councillor Cruz.
Yeah, through the chair, I just wanted to make note that these are sort of some of the highlighted projects, but obviously it just goes to show the expanse of the services that are provided by the council, and this operational plan obviously going into the next financial year can be reported on, and on, like the milestone achievements of each of these projects on a quarterly basis. Thank you to all.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And I forgot one other one I'm very excited about, the regional entry signage. Woohoo! Very good. Any other comments or questions, councillors? All those in favour? Resolution carried. Thank you very much. And again, congratulations to all the staff who worked long and hard to plan and facilitate workshops for the budget, workshops for the operational plan, and all the councillors for being so diligent and being working hard to be having a considered and responsive financial plan going forward, and after listening to community, prioritising a lot of those fantastic projects through the 2026-27 operational plan. So thank you to all the staff, thank you to all the councillors, and we look forward to advancing and improving livability and prosperity in the Central Highlands over the next financial year. Thank you, everyone. Meeting closed at 1:47 p.m. Thank you.